Cherish the love. Oh, cherish the love. Cherish the love. Cherish the love. What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I am live. Sometimes when you get so upset, you just gotta sing or you gotta laugh to keep from crying. Man, listen, people. Yeah, man, I bet it was Jai Apataya. Yeah, I bet it was Jai Apataya too. I mean, that makes sense. That goes along with the rumor that they shipped this man over there. And did he fight five? Was it for 5 days or for 5 rounds or for something like that? And then they shipped him right back all of a sudden. You know what I mean? You know. Stay positive though, because I think it will happen around June. Fuck June, bro. I don't want it to happen in June. I want it to happen now. I don't want it to happen in June. I'm sick of waiting for Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk. I'm sick of waiting for this fight. I'm sorry. I'm just tired of it. It's, and it makes you think. I want to see the cut. I mean, can we be real? I want to see the cut. I want to see the cut myself. I want to fly to Saudi Arabia and I want to look at him in the face. I want to see the cut. I want to look at it. I want to poke at it. I want to see if it's real. That's what I want to see. Remember, I was the first one to say the Logan Paul fight was still on after the cut. It's anybody's guess. Man, I hate that guy. Bad Nice 9. Jai Apataya was sent home and the camp hid Fury until the KO rumors died down prior to releasing a statement. Trust me. It makes you wonder, where are the time frames? What time did they make the promo? What time did they have all those interviews with Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury? When did they have those? What time frame was those? Were those already done? Was they just previously recorded like weeks ago? Okay. That's what I wonder. That's quite literally what happened. Trust me, bro. Eyes in camp. TM Adventures. How weird something always happens when he's seemingly not ready. I told you that he would find a way out. Ask Skip. You did. Ask Skip. You did. Ask Skip. You did. Yes, sir. You sure did. Tyson wasn't ready for him. The rumors were out yesterday in Morecam, or however you pronounce that. Sparring stops weeks before a fight. TM Adventures. Preach. I'm going to do that again. Let me read that again. Sparring stops weeks before the fight. Okay, we're going to talk about that. Let me get this super chat for somebody that loves the channel. James Bash coming in with that cash. Peace, Kurt, off the rip, effing Tyson Fury. Listen. It is rather convenient. It's just too convenient for me. Just too close to call. Like every time you see a fight go to the point. Okay, let's go back now. Let's look at all the stuff that Tyson Fury has done in the past. Arzism, drumming for life. Yep, I beat box. It's weird. It's like we were all waiting for something to happen. Yep. That's why a lot of people are not, surprised, because a lot of people were doubting the fight anyway. And that's bad that Tyson Fury has built that type of reputation in the sport to the point where when it's somebody legitimate, something's not going to happen based on him being him. Based on, oh, this happened or that happened, or man, it ain't nothing I can do about it. Chris R. Everybody's saying that. Everybody's saying, well, told you it would happen. It's sad, man. It's sad. Fury hasn't lied here. Okay, well, here's the problem, though. If this is legit, and it very well could be. If that is what we're seeing, that cut that we've seen, we don't know if that's a cut from 2019 without a Wileen, because you remember he had one cut first, then another one open. So he had one. That could have been then. I want to see Tyson Fury. I want to see him give a statement. I want to see him go live because, you're not training no more. I want to see this. I don't want to see something like, oh, well, hey, here's a statement. We're so sorry. We'll try better. Okay, and that's it. No, I want to see a picture of this man's face. I want to see that scar. I want to see that cut. I want to see what happened. I want to see you clear your name for the legitimacy of your reputation. If you want to salvage your reputation, I want to see it. I want to see what happened to you in sparring, something that you didn't even supposed to be doing. Come on, man. Bill Keaveney, what's up, champ? Fury needs to retire and go away. At this point, right now, I feel right now, I feel he does. Like, yo, go away. Go away. You don't have to fight nobody, man. You're already the best. You're the Gypsy King. You've beat Wilder 10 times. You don't need to fight nobody else. Man, go away. You beat Klitschko once upon a time. Ooh, go away. Just go. Bye. See you later. I don't want to see you. Because it's almost like, okay, bro, you again. Fury needs to be stripped, but Solomon is too weak. Fury definitely cut himself up to get out. Man, if Tyson Fury, now I'm hearing that, I'm saying that. I refuse to believe that, because if I was going to believe that Tyson the Gypsy King Fury would do something that drastic, that's scary. That means there's nothing that he wouldn't do. I don't want to believe that, people. People saying, hey man, he cut himself, man. Cut me, Mickey. Cut me, Mick. I don't want to believe that, guys. I don't want to believe that. How you doing, Kurt? Love from Brixton. I've always said that the people will believe the fight happens once I see both guys in the ring. Fury knew he was not ready and knew the threat he poses. Yeah, I'm with you. Xavier Williams, I'm with you, man. Shout out to Brixton. Obviously, now it makes me feel like such an ass. It makes me feel like such an ass. Why? Because I'm rooting for this fight. I'm like, nah, Tyson Fury, I'll lay off Fury, man. He's ready. If he's not ready, he's got to be ready because he'll be sued. Oh, well, what happened with that? What happened with the suing of the money? What happened with that? What's going on with that? Tell me what's going on. What's happening? What's really happening? Apparently he got elbowed. Well, if he got elbowed, that would be absolutely hilarious. You know why it'd be hilarious, Lade? It would be hilarious simply because we've seen you on tape cheat, throwing an elbow, hitting someone dead square in the forehead. Bars. James Bash coming in with more of that cash. He says, F Fury, he's going to ask for a tune-up fight with nobody, hoping Usyk gets beat by somebody else. The IBF is going to call Usyk versus Hrgovic. You know what? I didn't even think of that, but you know something? Messing around with the IBF, you're going to mess around and find out. That could be the case. That could be the case. Because, see, now the IBF is already to the point where they're like, okay, what's going on? See, and that's not Tyson, but if Tyson knows anything about that, and see, Philip Hrgovic is what? Who's he with? Is he still signed with those brothers? The Sauerlands? And once they find out that Tyson Fury has been cut or injured, allegedly, because I ain't saying nothing, I'm going to say allegedly. So people, everybody on the chat, it's allegedly injured. Allegedly cut until I see proof. I'm sorry, my folks, half of my people are from Missouri, literally. So that's the show me state. You're going to have to show me. You're going to have to show me. I'm not going to sit here and allow this type of narrative to be spread. I'm not going to do it. I want to see Tyson Fury go live. You ain't got nothing to do, right? You're just sitting around. I don't know what Tyson's doing right now, but if I'm Tyson Fury and I'm the WBC heavyweight champion of the world, Craig, If I'm the world, the champion of the world, I have to address the world from my platforms. Plural, platforms. I'm going to address that. I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, well, you know what? Let my PR team get my statement. I'm going to kick back and just chill and wait for you guys to do whatever you guys are going to do. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Me being a heavyweight champion of the world, I'm not going to sit here and allow people to think whatever they're going to think. I'm not going to sit here and hide behind my PR team. I'm not going to sit here without giving proof to the people that support me, because I know I'm allegedly, reputedly a guy that's always seeming to get out of big fights. All those easy fights, people, all of them are always so easy to make. You know what I mean? He comes in there like, hey, here I am, Dulces. Have you seen the cut? No, Chris Lees, I have not seen the cut. Okay, all right. Can anybody, we're on here, we're chilling. Can anybody show me proof that Tyson Fury is cut right now? Can anybody give me a link? Can anybody send it to my Instagram? Can anybody show me what he's shown us or told us he has a cut? Has he? Where is he? I've seen it. Photo. Okay, HB, send it to me. Instagram, DeVille Kurt. Send it to me. I want and I need to see it. I was waiting for you with this one, Kurt. Jersey Dude 05. You know something funny? 30 minutes ago, I was in bed. I was in bed. James Bash coming in with more of that cash. He says, F Fury, Doug Klitschko, AJ, and Usyk. Hey, we might as well throw Andy Ruiz in there too. You think Andy Ruiz asked for too much money? He might have asked for too much money, but you know, I'm mad right now. Let's throw him on there too. I'm angry. Let's throw him in there too. Why? Let's throw him in there because guess what? More than likely, people, Tyson Fury found a way out of these fights that doesn't support his narrative for looking like he's the best. See, this is what I believe about Tyson. He followed a Mayweather type career later in his life because he wanted to appear like the best. See, if you give people the perception that you're the best, you got all these hard-ass fighters out there. You got all these good fighters that haven't been defeated or beaten all the rest of these guys that are absolutely going to war with the best of the best and all these hard up-and-coming fighters that they are testing their might with, right? They're doing that, and then you move over here, you got Tyson Fury sitting there, I'm the best, and you're fighting Derek Chisora you beat already twice. Derek Chisora, man, and nothing against Derek Chisora. I like him personally, but he should be in the nowhere near the opportunity to fight Tyson Fury for the WBC belt. You know, James Bash, thanks for letting me vent. LOL. F Tyson. Yeah, look, has anybody seen Don? Don who? Oh, St. Don. Yeah, where is St. Don? You got to say St. Don, not just Don. I'm like, Don. No, you got to say St. Don. I smell somebody's fishy. Something's fishy. We were told he's going to pull out. Well, it's disappointing, man, because it makes you wonder how in the hell you sit here and told the world across from that man that you're supposed to be fighting that I ain't even training no more. Well, I can tell you this, people, and I want people to listen to me very, very carefully, okay? If Tyson Fury sat there across from that man, Alexander Usyk, and told him that I'm not even training no more, right? Where the hell was his cut at that point? He was not cut then. If you ain't training no more, that means you're just sitting back waiting for the fight. You're sitting there waiting for the fight because I've already did everything I'm going to do and going and need to do to beat you, Usyk, because I don't need to train for somebody like you. You're a middleweight. You're a bum. You're a guy that's come up and I'm going to slap you and slap you around and all this, that, and the other. Collard Greens coming in with that Cinco. He says Fury did the same thing against Wilder. Shouldn't be surprised. Collard Greens, you are absolutely 100% correct. That's why back in 2021, I was about to say one. Back in 2021, I remember a young American talented fighter by the name of Jared Big Baby Anderson. You guys remember. All of a sudden, you guys have to listen. All of a sudden, Tyson Fury, John Fury, everybody was praising that young man. You guys remember that? And then all of a sudden, we seen Tyson Fury in a robe. He was in this crazy looking purple maroon looking ass robe that he was in. If you guys can remember. And what ended up happening, he was all nicked up. That dude had abrasions here, he had one here, he had one here, he had abrasions all over his face, right? And then shortly after that, maybe a week, if that, it might have been a series of days, then all of a sudden, hey, the camp of Tyson Fury catches COVID. Yeah, the camp of Tyson Fury. First, it's supposed to have been Joseph Parker. That's a lie, because Joseph Parker was caught eating popcorn in a crowd of people at a game or some shit. Okay, then he's supposed to caught it. Okay, wrong, because then they caught him buying luxury cars, high-fiving and chest bumping and hugging with fans. The same day, people. You can't make this up. It was either the day before. So if it's a day before, and if your camp has someone with COVID in it, you guys remember how COVID was. COVID was like this. Hey, if you live in the same household as somebody, they ask you those questions. Did you come in contact with somebody knowingly that had COVID? Yes. Well, you have to quarantine. Am I correct? Am I right or am I wrong? You had to quarantine because you were around those people and you were subject to have it or have contracted it. Okay, well, if Joseph Parker and the team of Fury, if those guys had caught COVID, that means all of them needed to be quarantined, correct? They're supposed to have been quarantined. If they ain't quarantined, that means something's wrong. But obviously they weren't. So that was a lie. Then he leaves Vegas and flies over to the UK, has a baby. What happened to the COVID? He was in the hospital waiting on his child. Think about this, people. Let's think for a minute. He's supposed to have been in quarantine, but you were able to get your ass on a plane to fly from another country, which is illegal. Okay? You can't fly from, if you had really had COVID, right? You got to be cleared to fly. You had to be cleared to fly if you had COVID. So you want people to believe you had COVID, but yeah, I got COVID, so therefore I can't fight them. So it's going to be, that date was pushed from July 24th to October 9th. Okay, that's what happened. It was pushed. So since it was pushed, people made you wonder. And then from that time to that time, this man was in the UK having a child with his wife. You can't make this. You can't make it up, man. You can't make it up. I'm telling you. You cannot make this up. Sanctions media. Yeah. The Usyk fight is too big of a risk for Fury. Yeah, well, yeah, elbow. Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see this cut. I mean, look, if you respect your fans, give us that much. Let's stop all with this. You know what I mean? Did it just happen today? And if it just happened today, okay, one, it's holes all in this shit. It's holes all in it. It's like Swiss cheese. It's holes all in it. You know why it's holes in it? Simply because everything that Tyson Fury says, it's always but. Okay, well, yeah, I got cut during sparring, but you said you weren't even training. Hey, I'm out buying luxury cars, but you said you had COVID and your team had COVID. So if you cared about people around you, because remember, COVID was killing people. TM Adventures. It looks suspect. It does look suspect. It does. Because anybody that knows, like, hey, if this happened, if this really happened, you would have no problem, none. You would have no problem, none, coming forth and saying, hey, you know what, people, I'm sorry. As you guys can see, I got a cut right there, and it happened in sparring. You know what I mean? You know why? Because people would eat him like piranhas in the water. You know why they would do that? Because Tyson Fury lied on TV, media, social media. He lied to the world that he was no longer training. He lied. He's a liar. Why you think them LDBC boys was on his ass so bad? Because they were like, you know what? We got a case. I know our boy got beat up, but guess what? He got beat up by a liar. You know what I mean? So we have a case. That's just like you bring somebody in that's a shitbag. You bring them in that's done all kind of little petty crimes, but then somebody tells them, "Hey, yeah, you know what? You're allegedly accused of murder." That's what that was. We got Marlon Thornell coming in with that Cinco. He says, good afternoon, brother. Counterpunch to you. Appreciate you, Marlon Thornell. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate everybody coming on. This just sucks. I'm venting and I'm not through. I'm not done. I'm mad. I'm mad, people. I'm pissed off. That upset me. Well, look, I was in bed sleep. I was in bed. Because I was like, okay, well, I did a couple videos earlier, and I was like, I had to wake up early this morning, got home late or whatever, and then it was like, you know what, I'm going to take a nap. So when I woke up, this is what happened when I saw it, and I looked at it, and then shout out to Bobby Collins. Bobby Collins like, look, then Rene Padilla inboxed me. Shout out to those brothers, generals, soldiers of the channel. They were like, Kurt, look at this. So I looked, I'm like, postpone. Immediately, my stomach went, zoop. Yeah. You know what I mean? Why is Fury so unreliable? That you know what, Mr. Unreliable. That's what I should have labeled this. You are absolutely right. That's how you call him. He's not reliable. But then you really start thinking about Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury's done. He's fought in Saudi Arabia before. Remember the Strohmeyer? I think it was Strohmeyer or whatever that wrestler name was that he fought for 15 mil. You remember that? Strohmeyer. Or was it Strohmeyer? Kurt, where this leaves AJ and Ngannou. Well, that fight's still on, and that's the only fight that guaranteed to work because AJ don't pull out of fights. Those guys are reliable. Those guys are bankable. Those guys are, there are people on their word. They don't tell lies and then get caught on the lies that they tell. They don't do that. Con man, no respect for fans. He don't. If he had respect for his fans, you know what I mean? He should come forth. He should come out of hiding and show us, where did you get cut? Where do you get cut at, Tyson? You know what I mean? See, that's what I don't understand. See, and if I got cut, I'm like, man, I got cut. Okay, not yet. Run there and get it stitched up. Okay, well, where are the stitches? Where are the stitches? If you see this man without a cut on his face, that man told us a lie. And this is what happened. Braun Strowman, that's what it is. Yeah, something, Stroh something, Snow something like that. WBC won't do anything with him. Mr. Silazi, he posted a picture of the cut on IG. Okay, he put a punch. Okay, Mr. Isaac, is that the cut? Are you sure that's the cut? Because I have a cut that I saw. Understand? I have a cut that I saw. But is that the same cut? Because, I mean, to me, if you look at that cut and you examine that cut, that looks like that cut that Wado Wileen gave him. Let's check his IG for a minute. Okay, let's see. Perfect Valentine's gift. Okay, he's still promoting shit. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's look at this. 53 minutes ago. Can't help getting injured in sparring, but what I can say, Usyk was in trouble. Look at this. Um, I'll do a video on this later. But this is what this man says, right? If you look at him, I don't see a cut anywhere. But then again, it's you could be a stitch or whatever. I'm looking, but he says can't help getting injured in sparring. But what I can say is Usyk was in trouble. I am in fantastic shape. You know what? Here's the problem with that. If you're in fantastic shape, Luke, if you're in fantastic shape, why the fuck are you sparring now? How did you get cut sparring if you're in this type of shape? You see what I mean? This is the problem. Reports that he was cut. Allegedly, he was cut. I don't see anything. They said this is hours ago. This man sitting there with some little bitty ass draws on, talking about I was in shape. I mean, he looks like he's in pretty good shape. To be fair, he does look like he's in pretty good shape. But I don't see where he got cut. I don't see where he got cut. Mm-hmm. And that throws everybody off. That throws a lot of people off. Kurt, the footage in on Seconds Out is live feed. Kurt, the footage is on Seconds Out live feed. Okay. Seconds Out. All right, let's see. I'm going to Seconds Out. Very good channel, Seconds Out. Shout out to them. With Radio Raheem here. Okay. 15.6 to 100,000 in 2024. Let's get it there, Kurt. Well, I hope so. I mean, I'm sure that's going to happen. That's just crazy to say so much in that amount of time. Okay, let's see. I don't even know who I'm looking at. Okay, so let's see. All right, they got all these promos. They're making sure he's lying. I think he's playing stupid games. Fury. What the hell? Okay, so next month, AJ and Ngannou. Okay, well, I'm looking at. I see a still shot of a cut. I still don't see him. Look, I'm looking at Seconds Out.
Still, in recent years, to have this cut now reopened again around that similar area, heading into an undisputed fight, when you've got such an accurate puncher as Alexander Usyk is, you've got to work these days. You don't want to fumble the bag. To manufacture your own cut in this day and age is fumbling the bag. You wouldn't want to do that when it's so analyzing.
Mike H says, happens, fighters get cut. You can see in his face on the picture how slim he was. No doctor would allow him to fight with that cut. Like, his Fury was looking slim. Yeah, I mean, he didn't look in terrible shape, to be fair. No, obviously he wouldn't be allowed to fight with a cut that bad. I think people are disputing how the cut occurred rather than is it a cut bad enough to preclude.
Now, I'm looking at this, and it's like they got to look, and this is crazy. The video that they had, okay, the video that they were using is Tyson got him grabbed, and he's uppercutting him like this. You can't make this shit up.
He's now asking his dad Neil to do them a cup of tea. So we're glad you can use this forum, Hello Cookies, to bond with your father.
His camp was heading into this. I was just trying to have a look at who. I know there was a list of names that were mentioned of Fury's sparring partners and Usyk's sparring partners. I was just searching that again. I was trying to find that. I couldn't find that to hand right there and then because that would narrow down the list of who was there in the camp. We can obviously minus out that it wasn't Jaya Pataya in that moment there.
Someone said Otto Vallon. It's definitely not Otto Vallon.
No, it's too lean for Otto Vallon, yeah.
Okay.
Someone, Ramoni Mode XD said he thinks it was an elbow, so I'm just going to look at this again when he gets called.
I was looking at that as well, whether it might be an elbow or not. Tell me what you think, Danny.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can zoom in a bit. No, because it seems like he tucks it it's like an arcing left hook that drops down after he lands it. So it looks like the elbow goes under his chin. It doesn't through into the face. No, because the elbow goes straight down to cover his body after landing the shot. So I'm not sure about that. But then you can see them going in before Fury of the clinch after he lands the shot. You can see them kind of their heads coming up close, but obviously with the head guards on, that shouldn't cause any issues.
Right. Think about it. Yeah. Think of what he just said. They're trying to find, where did he get cut?
It's hard to say. When they freeze frame it, it looks like his elbow does curve around, but then it goes down, so I don't know. Either way.
With headgear?
Devastating news. Sorry, I'm just going to go back onto the chat. I hope Fury chins his sparring partner for going too hard. What the fuck? I mean, if you're not wearing a full face head guard and you haven't told your sparring partner to go easy, you know, I don't know how much you can put blame on the sparring partner, albeit he may have cost everyone a lot of money.
Yeah.
Bear Britain Audit says, defo a punch, but did look like an elbow. He did the wrestling cut, what I learned in WWE, says Messi Lingard. Yeah, I didn't see any, what do they call him, a gig, a little tiny razor blade inside his hand or tucked into his trunk, so I'm not sure it is the wrestling style. Fury again, laughing emoji. Someone saying, love you, Dad. I mean, it's not my kid. Eamon, have you got a kid who goes by Hello Cookies?
I don't know what that's about.
I know, someone called Neil. Okay. Well, Neil's not here, little one. Go back to bed or wherever you are. Go back to TV. Obertai would be a good step in after the rumours. Similar size to Usyk, and I'm sure he would step up weight for this fight, says Celtic Drew 389. I don't think there's any chance of Usyk still fighting on that February the 17th date. Knowing you've got undisputed, hopefully still likely to happen, not once before.
Well, I seen those. They were clips of video, maybe 2 or 3 second clips, you know, and it showed Fury holding and hitting. You know what I mean? That's pretty much like I told you guys in my breakdown of this fight. That Tyson Fury would be doing. He would be grabbing and holding and hitting. You know what I mean? AJ does that too, but then Tyson Fury's notorious for grabbing you, snatching you, and punching you, hitting and holding you. Wilder, Bugs Bunny, and Fury, Daffy Duck arguing over rabbits duck season. Oh, man. Obertai versus Usyk. Nah, he's not going to fight in that. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't fight because I don't think Usyk's that hard up for money. I think Usyk wants to show he's better. And then stuff like this makes you think, man, like Tyson Fury, you know, that does not convince me, people. I'm sorry. That's not going to convince me this shit on Seconds Out. It's not. It's not going to convince me that this man, hey, by the way, this is where he was cut. No, I don't think he was cut like that at all. I think what happened with him is, if anything at all, this man is not giving us the full scoop. He's not showing us something that he could show us. He comes on there talking about this, talking about that. And hey, I don't believe it. I just don't believe Tyson Fury, man. I think Tyson Fury's hiding something. And what he's hiding is this fucking cut that he don't have. That's what he's hiding. Let's just be real. That's what he's hiding. Okay? He's hiding that. He's hiding that cut. Oh, yeah, he's hiding that cut. Because I think he's not trying to show us, and he's not transparent. If he's not transparent, he said he has to do an interview. Yes, he has to do an interview. He has to show us, like, yo, this is the cut. Let me show you the stitches. This is what happened. Can't do anything about it. You don't make any statement like that. He uppercutted himself. Kurt, this is Tyson Fury. I just heard the news, and I'm neither surprised or shocked. This is the guy's MO. And Shadow XJ, it's sad that it is, but it's true. It's sad that it's his MO to do exactly what he's doing right now. It is sad. Because, see, at the very end of the day, Tyson Fury has been doing this. You know, he's been doing this for a long time. He's been doing this for a long time. You know, but back to 2021, even 21 was a disappointment because he had everybody thinking that he was going to fight Anthony Joshua for undisputed and could have done that. See, people say that, he had no choice to fight Wilder, because Wilder took him to court. Let me tell you something. That fight with Wilder and Fury was going to happen, and he knew it was going to happen, and Bob Arum knew it was going to happen, because Bob Arum knew the guy that was doing the arbitration, and he knew how he was going to rule before it happened. That's why Bob Arum was looking for venues weeks before it was announced that or decided that he lost arbitration. Okay, that's facts. Fury cannot be viewed as the best heavyweight in the world pulling bullshit like this. I mean, he never was. You got to prove that. You can't fight Wilder all these times and then sit there and say, I'm the best, you Dawsers. And then I mean, he's just not. Michael Hunter saved the show February 17th. No, I don't know if Michael Hunter's in shape. I know Michael Hunter makes most of his bulk of his money by sparring. You know, he was in the AJ camp, so I think he made a pretty penny for that. You know what I'm saying? But like he's a hustler at this point, because it's hard for him to get fights because he's too good for his own good, Michael Hunter. Let's face it. You know, and he's not that guy that's nasty or you love to hate him or you love to love him and all that. He's not that dude. So he's a regular guy that you can find driving an Amazon truck. Just a regular dude, you know, you can find him at the bar and the gym or wherever, just a regular cat. And he's not that guy. He's not a clown. He's not you know what I'm saying? He's not a showman. You know, he's not that dude. He's just not. But he's a guy that can box very, very well. And he still to this day has one loss, and that's to Alexander Usyk. Okay. And that was a good fight. Anthony Von Wick. What's good, Kurt? What's cooking with the heavyweight division? I don't know what's cooking. The only thing that's cooking is a fight that happened out of nowhere, and that looks like the fight that we have to hold on to with both hands. I thought that I was going to promote and have the luxury of promoting and watching and enjoying two heavyweight fights, one for Undisputed, the other one for the semifinal for Undisputed, the winner of the Undisputed. But we ain't getting that. We ain't even getting the Undisputed, and that's what we need to see who is undisputed. He faked COVID just to postpone the fight. He did. Because Jared Anderson beat the shit out of him. He beat the cowboy shit out of Tyson Fury. He boxed him and showed him. That's why everybody, he'll be the next heavyweight champion. I love Jared Anderson, because he knows Jared Anderson put those bees on him. And guess what? Jared Anderson's about 6'4". He's not a huge guy. You know what I mean? He's agile and very, very athletic. Okay, someone like Usyk, someone's not similar to Usyk, but has certain movements, certain footwork. That's what one thing about Jared Anderson. Jared Anderson has footwork. He can move. He's mobile. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what questioned people's legs of Tyson, simply because they're like, okay, does Tyson still have those legs like he claims he has? Because, you know, he might be struggling with people that really have good footwork. He just has good footwork for a big man, not necessarily good footwork overall. He just has good footwork for a guy that big. And he'll have you do a couple steps and shit like that. You know, pretty soon, if his legs are gone, he's going to start trying to move around like Luis Ortiz. You remember Luis Ortiz used to try to do the Muhammad Ali shuffle, but then you kind of sit, you're like, okay, well, damn. Then he'll stop. He'll do it for about like 8 seconds. Then he'll stop doing it and kind of come back to that hunchback whale type of defense and waiting for a counter and all that. That may be for Tyson Fury. But I know that fight was postponed due to the fact that he got his ass beat. Somebody whooped, and that somebody's Jared Anderson. Yunes. Now is the Philip Ergovic shot no more undisputed shit? Well, and you know what? And most importantly for us, you know who he needs to convince that he was cut? He needs to convince the Saudis. He's supposed to be in Saudi Arabia, right? Or was he? Is he in Saudi Arabia or is he in the UK? I just don't. You know why this is so fishy to me? Because anybody knows you don't spar. You don't spar this close to a fight. You don't spar this close to a fight. Now, maybe he's already went to the Saudis and they seen it. Oh, man. Oh, because I'm guaranteeing you this, those Saudis are pretty thorough. Those guys are like, you know what? I want to see that cut. Let's look at Tyson. Let's go to Tyson and see how he's doing. They're going to want to see how he's doing because they want to know what the fuck is taking this fight to a postponed status? They're going to want to know. They're going to want to know, like, hey, what's going on with this kid? What's going on with this guy? Why haven't you shown us anything? Bill coming in with that Cinco. He faked depression to duck Klitschko too. You know what? That might be the case. That might be the case, you know. And here's the thing. I don't want to sound, because I know people with mental health issues. I know people that's going through, you know, post-traumatic stress disorder and things like that. People have went to war, and that's serious. That's serious. That's nothing to joke about. That's nothing to laugh, but also it's nothing to lie about either. Since it's so serious and since it's a real thing, the last thing you could ever do is lie about something that you say you have. James Bash coming in with that cash. Never seen a heavyweight duck a middleweight. That Fury. It does look bad, people. It doesn't look good. It's a bad look. Like, seriously, this is a very bad look. I mean, because if anything at all, Tyson Fury, with what he's done, he makes it harder for people to like him. He makes it easier for people to doubt him. You know, he's always pulling the same shit. And when you see him doing these type of things and you wonder, like, okay, well, dude, how many times you gonna keep doing the same shit to people? You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, why don't you just retire and go away? Just go away. Just retire, relinquish the belts. You can talk all the shit you want, because he's gonna talk all the shit. Turn into a Keith Thurman, a person that hardly ever fights, which Keith got a fight with Tim Tszyu coming on. And I'm really excited about that because I hope that's gonna happen. But Keith was known for that. Keith would just talk. Boy, I'll beat that boy. I'm going to beat you, boy. You ain't nothing, man. I'm ready for you, Terrence Crawford. Yeah, Errol Spence, sign the contract, boy. You sign the contract because I'm ready. I'm ready. I was born ready. I'm Keith one time. I ain't afraid of my O, and I wasn't afraid to let it go. Look at Manny Pacquiao, though. I was game. You know what I'm saying? I was game. You know what I'm saying? You know, so listen. He may turn into one of them, but just go away. I'm angry at Tyson right now. I'm really disappointed in Tyson because you don't fucking supposed to be sparring. Is that supposed to be in the day? You didn't supposed to be sparring today. Was it last week? Well, wait a minute. Last week you said you wasn't sparring nobody. So if it was weeks before that when it was previously recorded, that means you were sparring lately. That means you're sparring. These are either two things that's going on here, people. Either one, that training camp was garbage. It was shit. Remember what Johnny Nelson said? Like, hey, I heard it's not good. You remember that? That was just 3 days ago. Johnny Nelson was saying, hey, what I hear from Tyson Fury's training camp, it ain't good. That's what he said. Now all of a sudden, I got a cut and I'm pulling out. Right? See, it's still a lie, and it makes him look like a liar, and liars can't be trusted. Again, it goes back to that Glovegate shit. Remember that? People were talking about that. Why could they talk about it so much and people actually believe some of the shit is kind of remedial? But then think about it. A lot of the lies that did come up about Tyson Fury were lies. They were legitimate lies. It was true. But like the shit of beating up Wilder, they just hid behind the reputation, okay? The reputation of Tyson Fury. And then Nelson has no need to lie. No, he really don't. I mean, but, even John Fury. John Fury is a guy, he's been saying that he wasn't ready either. So he didn't make it no better for Tyson because he was saying, well, what he did with Francis Ngannou, if he comes in that night, he's not going to be ready, right? When it comes to Fury, my memory is a little hazy, but there always seems to be a setup followed by an actual big event. First news comes out about problems in sparring, then suddenly a cut. Yeah. Now, ain't that something? What are the odds of that? You hear, man, Jai Apataya dropped Tyson Fury and he only sparred 5 rounds and they sent this man away. They sent this man away. People are talking about, oh, that's false, and you had Joseph Parker. It's absolutely false. I don't think it is anyway. But the truth is, no one knows. If no one knows Joseph Parker, why are you saying what you don't know? Think about that. Counterpunch. Why are you talking about stuff you don't know about? Come on, people. Why is this happening? Why is people talk? And then that was a cover up. That means that man went in there and whooped Tyson Fury up. Tyson Fury got busted up. And it's crazy because it's like, you know what? That happened with Jared Anderson, another young savage. Remember? The young ass savage that knew how to box, that was talented. You know what I'm saying? That's one of those guys that'll take that O from you gladly, but he just doesn't have the opportunity. That type of stuff. Jai Apataya came over here, an absolute monster. Okay, that dude's a beast. He comes over here or there and beats up on Tyson the Gypsy King. Beats him down. Okay, beats this man down. And it's like, okay, you beat him down, then you send him off. Because see, what happens is, and I think they sent him off simply because they were like, well, one, we're not going to use him again. For two, it's going to look bad. He's still here. And you know how people talk and chatter. And, when sparring partners get together, think about this for a minute. In a camp where you have 4 or 5 sparring partners and you got one out of that five tax that ass, gets the better of the guy that they're supposed to be in there to spar to prepare for a fight with somebody else. And he goes over there and he taps that ass, that one guy out of 5. Okay, and then that's what happens. And then guess what? That one guy out of 5 comes back to those other 5. And man, you really did a good job, man. You know what? You could whoop Tyson Fury's ass. And you heard a lot of chatter. Hey, next guy. And then they probably seen that and it made him look bad. And that doesn't help the confidence of a fighter that just got his ass whooped that's been in preparation to fight for another, to fight a guy like Tyson Fury was. So when Jai Apataya did that, get his ass out of here, because then there are other people, that gives other sparring partners confidence. Like, oh, okay, we know how to do that. We're going to get paid and we're going to get laid. Bars. That's how that happens. That's how that happens. Cut Fury some slack. Everyone's got a major fear that they won't face, and Fury is Usyk. Well, Capri Lover, that may be the case. If that's the case, just tell us the truth. How about this? Just tell us the truth. How about almost 400 people in here? Let's hit that like button. Let's get 400 likes. Let's get 380 likes. Let's hit the like button. Stewart, no fanboy. Ngannou got outboxed for 8 rounds. He didn't deserve the win, except it or cope. Well, obviously, whatever. I think Ngannou did enough to win and to beat Tyson Fury, but I know the sport of boxing is not going to allow that man to do that. Oh, Simon Brady. Hat Man is going to go off the news. Yep, he's going to get off of that, of wherever he's working. Because I think Hat Man he's a bouncer, right? Because I heard his confession of a nightlife bouncer or something like that. Look. Speaking of which, I just got a notification from Hat Man's Streisand. Look, we were just talking about Hat Man, and boom, Hat Man, he pulls out. Man, you know what? I'm really, hold on. I'm going to do something I've never seen before, because I listen to Hat Man too. I want to hear what Hat Man has to say, and I'm going to do a reaction, because sometimes I'll be driving and listening to Hat Man, and Hat Man goes off the rockers. How many of you guys want to hear Hat Man rant? Because you know that he's going to blow. Let's hear Hat Man. I want to hear Hat Man. I want to share it with you guys. Let's see. Let's see. Here we go. Let's see. Maybe this is.
My God. Oh my God. Tyson Fury has pulled out of the Alexander Usyk fight. Now, a lot of you guys did warn me. You said Fury wouldn't go ahead with it. You said that he obviously has this history that we all know about of pulling out of fights in the past. I didn't think he would do it again this time, but he's only gone and done it. I did wonder why Moses Itauma was back in the UK. I'm not sure how many of you guys clocked that, but he posted on his Instagram page, you know, the Instagram update story, whatever it is, and he was in the UK. And I was like, hang on, he's going to be Fury's chief sparring partner. This was like a day or two ago. Why on earth would he be back in the UK? Fury should be hitting the peak of his sparring right now. And somehow his chief sparring partner is, you know, thousands of miles away from Saudi Arabia. What's going on there? And now we find out that Fury's pulled out of the fight. It all makes sense. Now, he posted this picture on social media displaying a very bad cut over his right eye. And I've got questions about why he would allow this kind of injury to happen to him. But it is the very same eye that was cut in the Otto Wallin fight. In the Wallin fight, it was much worse. But as you can see, it is a reopening of the same injury. A cut that bad obviously requires plastic surgery. Presumably he had that, but it's reopened. And there you see it in this latest image. Now, so close to a fight, you will be sparring. You know, some fighters will spar up to maybe a week before the fight, some 2 weeks before the fight, but you're going to be taking special precautions. You're going to be wearing headgear that covers your eyes so you don't get any cuts. Why wasn't Tyson Fury wearing such headgear? Why did he allow himself to get an injury like this? It is inexcusable when you're dealing with a fight of this magnitude. What on earth is going on here? Now, some people are going to cast their minds back to when David Haye pulled out against Tyson Fury. There were people claiming that David Haye cut himself or allowed himself to get cut because he was badly injured, his camp was going terrible, and he basically wanted to get out of the fight. And I'm not saying I agree with that, by the way. Back then, I didn't think David Haye would go to that extreme. But many people believe that David Haye did. And I'm sure many people are going to believe that Tyson Fury has somehow deliberately got himself cut, perhaps because his camp was going terrible. Johnny Nelson is standing 10 toes down. He says his sources are reliable, and Tyson Fury was getting turned over in the gym. Well, I don't know how this cut occurred to Tyson Fury's eye, but was it from a punch? We don't know. Is this evidence of him getting turned over in the gym? We don't know. All we do know is the fight is now postponed. And because of how bad that cut looks, it's going to be, at least 6 weeks, a month, maybe more, that this fight is going to have to be pushed back. So we're actually going to see AJ Ngannou before we see Usyk versus Fury. And look, if this was a one-off incident, if Tyson Fury didn't have a history of pulling out of fights and shenanigans and all this type of carry-on, then I wouldn't really be questioning this cut that much. I wouldn't be cynical about it because at the end of the day, it's a contact sport. It's a hand-to-hand combat sport. You're going to get injuries, you're going to get cuts. It's inevitable. But when you take it in the context of Tyson Fury's career, of all the funny business and carrying on and ducking Usyk for 2 years, we get this just a few weeks away from fight night.
Come on.
After they released that great promo, which is by far the best promo I've ever seen, the most impressive promo I've ever seen for a boxing match. I mean, that promo was so good, it made me want to see Usyk Fury the movie. Never mind the fight, the movie. So yeah, Fury's got this long history of funny business and shenanigans. And so it's hard to give him the benefit of the doubt, right? It would seem insane. It is insane to put yourself in a position where you want to get cut. But how desperate is Tyson Fury? That's the question we have to ask ourselves. If he was really getting a shellacking in camp and things were going terrible, rather than go into a fight where in his own mind he probably thinks he's going to lose, would he instead put himself in a position to get cut and get out of the fight that way, or push the fight back that way so he could maybe have a better camp? Would Tyson Fury go to that extreme? I'm not saying that he would, because it is an extreme thing to do. But given this guy's track record, oh my gosh, and given the fact that he's made me look like a numpty, right? I've been saying, nah, Fury ain't going to pull out. No way. He'll go ahead with the fight. And you guys in the comments were telling me, trust me, Hatman, Tyson Fury's going to pull out. You know, I was thinking glass is half full. He can't pull out in this instance. You know, how on earth would you expose yourself to this kind of cut so close to the fight? You're supposed to be wearing headgear that covers your eyes. you know, the top of your eyebrows, should I say. Yeah? Most headgear does. When you wear the Mexican style headgear, not the face saver one, you don't even need to go that far. Just the normal cheek protector Mexican style headgear. That's what everybody wears. Damn near impossible to get cut when you're wearing a headgear like that. But somehow Tyson Fury comes out with this huge gash over his eye. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. You guys did tell me. You did tell me. This guy Fury is something else. Let me know what you guys think.
Yep. And that's that, people. And that's the problem. The reputation. It goes back to the reputation. As Hatman was talking and discussing, it was like, look, okay, yeah, I got the footage of him allegedly getting cut in sparring. Hold on. Yeah, he sent it. I hate when people send, like, what do you call it? I hate when people send I know it's good for space, but when people send these type of temporary video clips, because I'm trying to find the video clip here. I'm trying to find the video clip. Samuel Fagade, respect Kurt. I saw this coming. Smash the like. People, smash the like button. We got Charles Edward Cheese. King Kong ain't got on cheese. Cheese. What's up, Counterpunch chat? I want to laugh, but I'm kind of sad for real. I don't judge the gypsy. Brother, I tell you, I'm sad. I'm mad. I'm going to be sad later. I'm mad right now. I'm pissed off right now. I am pissed off beyond belief because I'm like, yo, you know what? It's not happening because what's the case? We can rant, we can rave. I'm mad. This is a stage. This is a phase. Bars. This is what it's at. This is where we're doing. This is what we got. And listen, now I'm looking at this footage. Man. And I'm looking at this. Let me record.
Good shit, good.
Whoa, stop! It's stop, hey! Come on!
Good shit, good.
Whoa, stop! It's stop, hey! Come on!
Good shit, good.
I don't know.
It's stop, hey! Come on!
Good shit, good.
Whoa, stop! It's stop, hey! Come on!
Well, listen. First of all, that punch landed lower than, dude, that cut, what was it, on the right side? That cut was way up here. He got caught in his chin. That couldn't have been where it was at. It couldn't have been where it was at. I'm sorry. I just don't buy that.
Good shit, good.
And see, and here's another problem. Here's another problem with this video. I'm looking at it. I will do a video on top of this. Yeah, it's going to be a busy, frustrating day. Because I got to look at this, and I'm looking at it. And I'm looking at this, and I don't see where. I mean, they stopped, and he's like, it is cut. But they cut it when he walked to the corner. I want people to understand that when this man walked to the corner, he was doing this with his eye, but you didn't see any. The way that cut looked versus the way it's supposed to be bleaking, if it reopened like that, that shit's supposed to be free flowing. I see no drips. I see no blood. I see no evidence. I see no drip, drip, drip. Look, if you look at his gloves are white. Where's the redness of the blood evidence?
Whoa, stop!
Watch.
It's stop, hey! Come on!
See, I don't see anything. What is that, crocodile blood? What is that, crocodile blood? Because I don't see anything. I don't see anything, man. And Kurt, I thought this could happen. This could be an old picture when Wilding fought. Well, I don't know. I don't know if it's an old picture or not. I just don't know. I don't know if it's an old picture or not. I don't know. I mean, because see, this is not enough for me to see. This is 11 seconds. And then for the record, if this is what it was, okay, because things happen. Okay. Karma. What do I mean by that? Look at what he was doing. He was holding and hitting. He was holding the guy and trying to whack him. And that guy, bah, caught him with the left and on the inside. Shorter fighters have better reach on the inside than taller fighters. Go figure. You may be able to hit and hold Vladimir, but at the end of the day, if somebody's shorter than you and they're closer, they have the advantage on you. I just did a video on Usyk, the first one I did before I took a nap. I called myself. I was going to sleep up until maybe 1:30. It's 1:45 now. But understand this and understand something. I think and I believe that when you have and when we have this type of fight brewing, yeah, Hatman's right, man. What's up with this headgear? He shouldn't have been wearing sloppy ass headgear like that. You know, I don't know. Kurt, you die as a hero or you live long enough to see yourself as a villain. Fury was always a villain. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I like you aren't wearing the right headgear. Like who in the, like that's just common sense though, bro. And I don't agree with the sparring bit. If you were in that type of shape, you wouldn't be sparring. And he still got caught lying because he said he ain't doing any of that shit no more. I just can't help but to think he's just playing us. Tony Lyons. Well, like I told you guys a couple days ago, Tyson Fury ain't taking no fight that he doesn't think he's going to win. If he's not ready, and if that's the case, if he's not ready for a fight, guess what? If he ain't ready for that fight, this is the result. The result is it's easy. The result would be, hey, I'm going to do something or something's going to happen that is going to not allow this fight to go through. I'm not going to end up in the ring some kind of way. Just like when Jared Anderson beat the cowboy shit out of him. Tyson Fury, he knew, like, something's going on. I know everybody's going to have COVID. Joseph Parker, you're going to have COVID first. Then somebody else is going to have COVID. Just award the belt to Usyk. Chickarelli. Reggie Owens, boxing is live. Camp told him it with a headbutt. Oh, it was a headbutt. Okay, well, that's more believable than a punch. But it's his fault. It's his fault because you don't be grabbing and holding. But that'll let you know what Tyson Fury was eventually attempting to do. I'm going to grab Usyk because his motherfucker keeps moving his head like a windshield wiper. So I'm going to grab his ass, and punch him and grab him, uppercut him, all that type of good shit. Usyk should just wait. Why risk anything? See, here's the problem, though. When you go in and out and in and out of training camps, that burns you out. And everybody knows how Usyk trains, right? Usyk's like a fucking beast. How many times has he trained for a Tyson Fury fight now in the last 2 years? Think about it. How many times have Usyk had to train and then stop? And it gets this close and then stop. Who's going to be the advantage if you had a shitty training camp? Fury. Because Fury knows, like, well, look, that's what we have to do to make this better or for our advantage. Oh, hey, Usyk had a great camp. His camp's damn near over. Well, mine ain't been that good. So guess what? We're going to postpone this shit, and that stops his momentum. That stops Usyk's momentum. Usyk's older. He's what, a year and a half older? What's next for Usyk? Well, hey, Kurt, footage is all over YouTube. Fury's got dead scar tissue over his eye, probably won't heal. Well, I mean, I've seen what I've got. I need more, and I'm pretty sure that I'm going to receive more. I'm pretty sure that people will send me stuff all over the place. That's what I need to validate Tyson Fury. That's what I need. I need that. I've said for ages, I don't think Fury shows up, but something telling me he's playing games thinking it's funny. I really hope I'm right for once. I can't stand Fury and was looking towards to watching him lose. Well, let's hope he's doing some Billy Joe Saunders shit too. Because, Billy Joe's like that. Them dudes are straight assholes with pranks. Like, dude, your pranks and that shit ain't even funny. Let's stop your dark humor for a minute. He'll do stuff like that. Fury trying to wait on Usyk retiring. Well, I mean, I think he's trying to, because he knows the momentum is not going his way. It just feels like if that fight was going to happen, if it went through, Tyson Fury ass would be beat right now. Carl Weathers just died. You don't play with me. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Hold on. No, he's not dead, bro. He is not. Stop. Don't say nothing like that. That Carl Weathers, man. Don't say nothing like that. Weather died. Oh my God. He did just die. Rocky star Carl Weathers dies at 76. Fuck. No, it just happened. It just happened. It just happened. Oh my God. That's crazy. Bro, rest in peace to Carl Weathers. Yo, that's crazy. Damn, this day sucks. Damn. I mean, and he's like, and it sucks because Carl Weathers, like, he stays in shape and stuff. Man, what did he die of? Man, he was in Mandalorian. Okay, what happened? Dies at 76. Okay. Has just died. Okay, well, yeah, I mean, but damn, what happened? Okay. He died peacefully in his sleep Thursday, February 1st. Carl was an exceptional human being who lived an extraordinary life. Through his contribution to film, television, and the arts and sports, he has left. Oh, God. Okay. I mean, he died in his sleep, so I guess maybe a heart attack or, you know what I mean? But that's crazy, man. Oh, man. Come on, man. Like, what the? Come on, bro. Yo, that's crazy. Bobby Collins, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Shout out to Bobby Collins. He was the first one that that inboxed me on this stuff. Yeah, man. Rest in peace to Apollo Creed. Kurt, first Errol Spence versus Crawford cancels now this. Yeah, that sucks. Well, I mean, I don't want to look. They've already fought. That has been established. We've had an undisputed welterweight champion in welterweight. We ain't had that since Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis ain't fought in 20 years. So come on, man. Rest in peace, probably cancer. Did he have cancer? Did Carl Weathers have cancer? I mean, I don't know what his, for what I know, he was a clean eating guy that worked out and exercised and, it's crazy, man. No, I'm just looking at, these things. Carl Weathers dies, Rocky. Okay, yeah, this is Deadline, ABC, 7 Chicago. No, they're not going to play around with stuff like that. If their sources come, if it's some bullshit, because there's a lot of these channels out there and I can't stand them. I wish they would be shut down. They make fake death hoax news, celebrity death hoax. And it's like, why are y'all doing that? And you have to go and look him up to see, okay, nothing happened. Kazuya Anaguchi died too. He was Fighter of the Year candidate in an Anui undercard in December. Damn, well, what happened to him? What happened? Damn, man. It's a lot going on, bro. That's why I tell people, man, be thankful for every day you have. You know, because that death could be right around the corner. So we need to enjoy this. But it goes back to what I'm saying. You know, us on this channel, on this platform, this is a boxing platform. We talk about boxing and everything related to boxing. Okay. I look at boxing as somewhat of a archive in my life because when something happened, I remember what fight was going on. It's crazy. You know, I'll share something with you guys. Carl Weathers was one of my like in the 80s, because you know, I'm in my 40s, and I grew up with all those 80 movies, all those gritty action, violent movies. And Carl Weathers, he had a movie called Action Jackson with Vanity in it. I love Vanity. If you guys remember Vanity, Action Jackson, absolutely, Daryl Masters. And I remember, this is crazy, and the craziest things, like when people pass, you remember the craziest things. And I remember when I remember when my mom passed away, and I remember her. You know, everybody came home. You know, and it was like I came home. My brother was there. My sister was on her way. My other sister was on the way. They were coming from out of state and stuff like that. And I just tuned out. I didn't want to see nobody. I didn't want to talk to anyone really. You know, all we really did was watch movies. We kind of watch movies in like silence. You know what I mean? Like nobody really was talking. We were just kind of looking at, you know, Action Jackson. It was just crazy watching Action Jackson at a time like that. And it's crazy because every time I will remember Action Jackson, I'm going to remember that's when what I was watching. That's the last time I saw it, you know, and it was the first time in a long time that I saw that movie. And it's like, oh, it fell into a coma after the fight and he died today. But yeah, Action Jackson was one of the movies that, you know, I definitely we watched. So I remember Action Jackson all ripped and stuff like that. And of course, you can't forget him in Predator. Yeah, man, Carl Young, man. Oh, I was so depressed when she died back in 2016. It sucked. Look at Jay Roos. He just inboxed me, man. Carl Weathers died. Yeah, it just sucks, bro. That's an icon. Who'd have think Apollo would die before? No, is Burt Young still alive? I think he's still alive. No, he died last year, October 8th. So, damn. First, you know, Paulie. And then, yeah. Now, Apollo. I'm so pissed at Fury postponing this fight. But it goes to show you, though, you know, people waiting for good fights, and then, you know, shit like this happens. It only aggravates the time for people that are boxing fans. You know, it's a shitty day. It's fucking gloomy outside. You know what I mean? Hold on a sec. I want to share this with you guys. Check this out. Check this out, right? Let me show you what the weather's looking like where I'm at. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that sky, bro. That's not, you know, that's like that. Hey, leave me alone. I want to drink all day weather, right? It's crazy. Crazy. I love Carl Weathers in Predator and Rocky. You know, he was from Louisiana. He's from New Orleans, bro. Carl Weathers are from New Orleans, Louisiana. Sad day. I was looking so forward to Usyk schooling Fury. Bro, it looks fine. No, it don't. No, it does not. It looks fucking gray. It's Groundhog Day. Is it Groundhog Day? It might be. Yeah, isn't it? Is it Groundhog? Yeah, 1st of February. Punxsutawney Phil. You know, it's funny. I just saw that. I'm in Texas at the moment, bro. Kieran, 928. I'm in Texas at the moment. Central. First, I ain't seen the yellow background. He's saying it looks fine because he's from the UK. Oh, okay. Well, not here. Without some challenge, without some war, the warrior may as well as be dead. Apollo Creed. Yeah, that's what he said. Fury now is forced to fight the WBC mandatory, and it's Frank Sanchez versus I get Cabello winner. Well, I doubt that because the Saudis will find a way. But then here's the problem: they may not be able to stop the sanctioning bodies if the sanctioning bodies are not in line. But the good news is the WBC ain't going nowhere because Mauricio don't give a shit about upholding any kind of mandatories. But the bad news is the IBF does. The IBF does. And for that, they may not have an undisputed fight, and it will fuck everything up. How much time will the match? I have no idea. You know, didn't Foreman have the exact same thing against Ali? Well, he got cut. Yeah, he did get cut. He got cut in Zaire. His dog got sick. You know, Dubois rematch. What's next for Usyk? Ever since this COVID, so many people are dying in their sleep. Yeah. Well, let's just hope it's not a vaccination deal. There's only one master disaster, and that's Carl Weathers. Rest in peace. And you know something? I called I did not know he passed. So I said Tyson Fury, the master of disaster. And, you know, my mate owes me 50 now. I sadly said this fight was going to be called off. Kieran 928, you did? I think Hrgovic can cause an upset against Usyk, then Joshua smokes him. Wow. What was the golf movie? I think it was Happy Gilmore, Carl Young. Yeah, Happy Gilmore, I think. I would like to see Usyk versus Frank Sanchez or Parker or Zhang. Well, the question you ask yourself now, will Parker fight Zhang? You know what I mean? Will that be on a separate card, or is that canceled all the way through? Because if that's the case, we lose that shit too, don't we? Is the whole show IS postponed, or I don't know. We don't know anything. This just supposedly happened all of a sudden. You know? And you know something? I'm going to leave this with you guys. Rest in peace to Carl Weathers. God bless him. Hope he's resting. Hope he's living somewhere peaceful. You know? I got some videos to do. I thank you guys for coming on and hanging out with me to share this sad news 2 times. First of all, with the initial Tyson Fury pulling out due to headbutt, elbow, cut, whatever the fuck, right? And, of course, to Apollo, Carl Weathers, Action Jackson, Predator, star, is now passed away. And that kind of hit me like, well, you know, like, it's crazy. That's very, very disappointing. But guys, God bless all of you. Let's take every day as it comes. Let's see when things develop. I will be here front row and center to report the news, because this is the news that you can use, and we're going to use this news every single update all the time. We never close. We're open 7 days a week, 7-11, 7-11. And on that, you guys, all of you guys, been counterpunched. Peace!